Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And today we have a Saviland product. This is the SSPro Acryl X Builder Hard Gel Kit. Easy extension and natural overlay and Nutri Repair. Real salon acrylic nails. Quality, competition grade, ultra hard, harder, stronger, longer lasting. Rich in rock crystal, mica, castor oil, and vitamin E. SSPro Acrylics technology. It says it can last up to 30 days. Smooth and easy to use. Strengthen and repair nail. 26 free formula. Plant-based. Here is the back. Pause to read if you would like. It just does talk about the products a little bit. It does list the ingredients, your warnings, your directions. Here's their contact details. But let's open this and see what's in here. So, this is what we see when we open it. So we've got some alcohol pads. We have this brush, I assume for the application. This ends a flat square brush, and this one's got a little fine detail brush, probably for getting around the cuticles. We do have us a 100-180 buffer. We also have this pincher tool, so like if you don't want your nails so wide, you can pinch them. I have 3 of these already because they just come in so many of these Saviland kits. This one is gonna go with those, and we're gonna do a huge giveaway here soon because there's just so much stuff. So I'm gonna separate everything into like small bundles, and they're not gonna be the same because I don't have the same amount of everything, but we're gonna give away multiple bundles. So definitely be on the lookout, be subscribed so you don't miss that. We've got our instructions here, which I will give a little peruse off camera. We do have some paper forms. I don't know if my skill level is up for paper forms yet. We have a clear, we have a pink, and we have a nude. So we'll open those and look at them in a moment. Here we have a base coat and a top coat. They call it foundation gel and top gel. And then we do have this little mini flash cure lamp. I'm gonna be using a full-size lamp today. Okay, so we have our 3 hard gels here. We're gonna open them and look at them. This is the clear. Let's open it first. These containers feel really light. It says there's 15 grams in here though, so that's not bad. Well, the camera died, so I had to let it charge. And I did open these, and while I was opening them, I gave myself a big old paper cut. So here's the clear one. It is very clear. This one's the nude, even though I would consider this a shade of pink. And then this one's the pink, which is obviously a pink. They're all really good basic colors. Any of them would be perfectly acceptable on any occasion, but I'm gonna use the clear because I've got a plan. I don't know if you guys have seen these dual forms before, but I have them in this square shape, I have them in coffin shape, and I have them in a stiletto shape, and they do actually come in different lengths as well. But they have this snake print texture, so they're really cool. And they also have a pretty nice apex. Let me zoom in. So yeah, like look at that shape. That's pretty cool. Go on there like this. Yeah, and so I've been seeing on the socials the people putting their hard gel in here ahead of time and then giving a little cure very thinly and then putting it on the rest of the way. This one's too big. So I think we're gonna try that method instead of putting the hard gel on top of something else. We're gonna do the dual forms. So first what we gotta do is pick out some sizes. I hate that the jump is like this. Let me see here. Down at the bottom, this one might actually be better. It went sideways and it was like too much, but that's still pretty significant. Goodness, I don't know how much of that was in there, but anyway. So here is the 0 that's too big and here's the 1. It's a noticeable difference in size, but this one's way too big. So we're gonna take this one, which I feel like actually just straight up fits my nail pretty well. So when I put it on here, I am gonna have to be a little bit conscious of how I'm gonna do it, but I'm going to put most of the hard gel down on this part first, and I'm gonna leave a little gap back here because I'm gonna do that last when we get ready to actually put it on. So let's pick out some sizes. We're gonna take that one. Let's see here, what about this guy? I feel like that one could be sized down one. Nah, that one's too tight. See, the difference in the sizes is just like kind of a lot, but whatever. Let's see here. This one's a 4. That seems like it's too big, but let's check a 5. Oh yes, that's much better of a fit. Let's see if it's the same for over here, because they often are. I wonder if I can size it down one. I don't think so, but I'm gonna try it. This is a 6 like we had for the front finger. Actually, that looks pretty good. So we'll take that one. And then we need a pinky. Let's try this one. This one's a 8. That one actually looks all right as well. Yes. Okay. We've got our clear. I'm going to sit it up here. I'm going to try and do this at a level where we'll be able to look at it pretty decently. And I don't want it to be blurry. I think this is an acceptable height. I've got this brush that they gave us. Now in here is textured. So we are going to try and make sure we get that texture filled in well. Scooping this up is a little bit more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. And how long do we want this? Let's say 1, 2, 3. 3 from the end. Yes. So let's start putting that in right there. Painting it down. This is some thick stuff. It's not drippy like some hard gels I know. Like, look, it's just sitting there. This is almost like a rhinestone glue texture. It's thick. I'm gonna turn this around. I was gonna stop it before it went all the way back, but dang, it's so thick. All right, I'm gonna cure this and then we will see about getting it applied and how that goes. You know, I actually forgot to put base coat down, so we're gonna do that real quick. Yeah, we're gonna get this applied while that is in the lamp. We just need a thin layer of base coat though. We don't want it to bulk up the nail. Just need something for it to stick to. And I'm not doing nail prep because my nails already fight me on taking product off. So let me just cure this too, and then we'll get back to what we were doing. So now we're gonna need to put some more of this in here. Okay, go all the way up the sides, pull it back, make it thin, but not too thin. We'll take the excess off the end, assuming there is excess. All right. Let's kind of look at it. I think it looks all right. All right, and then I've got this flash cure lamp right here that we're gonna use. Let's first see if this is enough product. So if we start here and just roll that forward, does it fill up? Yeah, actually I have to push down really hard for it to fill up. So I would say no. We probably need a little bit more. Just a smidgen more though. Drag that off. Yeah, see, because it created this air bubble. We're learning. We're learning. Why is it pulling the hairs out of this brush? That's disgusting. Look at that. Pulled a bunch of them out. Poor quality brush there, guys. All right, let's try that again. Not so bad. All right. Is that straight in our opinions? No. What about now? I think that's better. It just, because my thumbnail wants to grow that way. All right, yeah. And we're gonna leave this gap back here so that we can blend it in after the fact. All right, so I'm gonna turn this on and get this pressed back down, and then we'll put it under here. Okay. So we've got that on, and now I'm gonna go stick it in the big lamp, and then we'll come back and check it out before we move to the other nails. Okay, So it's out of the lamp. Let's take this dual form off. It doesn't look like there was a lot of spillage, but we can always clean it up where there is any issue. Boy, the end of that is real snaggly. Not an amazing job. I need you to be clear at this level. Yes. So like you can see the snake texture, that's cool. That's real, not good. Ooh, it's flimsy. Okay, that's all right, because we can always put more on top. That does give us a shape though, and what we can do is go in with our little hand file here, gently. Not too wild, because we don't want to mess up what we got going. And we can smooth these off. This one is rough. Let me switch it for one that's not quite so new. There we go. A beat up one. Okay. And then I got this alcohol wipe. I'm going to clean this off under here. And the dust that I just created up here. Not a bad shape. Similar length to this other one, a little bit shorter, but I didn't mean to do that. So, because it is soft, what we're gonna do is we're gonna encapsulate it. But I'm gonna put this chrome powder on it first. And because I don't want to ruin my top coat, I'm gonna use this other Saviland top coat, not the one that came with this kit. This one's a perfectly good top coat, but it's my older one, and I want to keep the new one. It's probably gonna make a mess because that's just how it is. Let me actually put down a paper towel. Let's try to keep the chrome mess to a minimum. All right, and I typically just prefer to use my finger. Let's see here. Let's get that all in there. I do want it to be still kind of clear because I think that's cool. And it looks like it is sticking without having to put any additional product, which is wonderful. Yeah. And we're gonna top coat this in, and then we'll buff it because we're gonna build some more gel on top. But we want this to be sealed. Now I'm gonna hold it upside down for 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna cure it for 60. Okay. So here's what we've got. This back side. I don't know why it sticks up like it does, but let's smooth that off. That looks pretty cool so far, huh? I didn't want to go all the way back with the dual form because then you can't really fix that and blend that edge in. Maybe if I do a little bit more blending, and I might be able to clean it. Kind of messed up the chromey bits up front though. Well, we're learning. All right, so now let's take some more of this hard gel, put it on here. Push some back here. This is the worst brush. I'm probably gonna swap it because I have other brushes. I don't have to deal with this. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the trash. Horrible, horrible brush. We'll just use this one. This stuff really does not run. It is so solid. I am not sure why. It's not like it's freezing in here. Man, I don't know how you're supposed to work with this gel. It's so thick. Like it, look at the lights. It doesn't self-level hardly. Like, I mean, it does, it gets there, it just takes forever. Like, look at the lump towards the end. Like, why is it like that? It's not supposed to be fat at the end. Get back here. Just gonna scrape some of this off at the end. I think this, because it's so thick, you really don't have a choice but to work in like thin painted on layers, because if you try to build anything, it just gets weird. It's still kind of a weird shape. I don't know. kind of hard for you to see from this light. So like, what do you think? I am not super sure. It's not the smoothest, but I guess it's not the worst either. I'm gonna go ahead and cure this, and then we can see if we can't improve on the next go round. It's definitely more sturdy. Still a bit flexible, but it is still very thin. I wiped the sticky off. I'll probably buff this though before we top coat it in a final time, because I want to try and get it smoother and maybe these edges to look a little better. I don't know, but we'll use the good top coat last because we'll have cleaned all the chrome off. But let's try to do better on the next one. That's gonna be this guy for here. And I'm gonna try and just put a whole lot more of this, but not ridiculously. This video may end up being a little bit long because I'm doing so much talking. Hope you don't mind. We're learning. Oh yes, and we only wanted to go 3 from the end, which is there. We're not even that far down yet. Here. I feel like this is probably going to be nowhere near thick enough, but also like you can't see it, it's invisible. You definitely can't see it because I can't keep it in the camera. So yeah, I don't feel like it's going to be thick enough. Guess we'll find out. Turn this on, and I'm going to try push this one all the way back so that maybe we won't have that behind problem. Well, it was enough to get it on there, I guess. And I forgot to do the first cure. Well, excuse me. Oh no! Ah! I knocked it loose. I forgot to stick it in the lamp and just cure it by itself to start with. I just went straight on the nail. This whole thing is going haywire. Why are we doing this? This nail is going to be really bad. Absolute mess. I made a problem right here because I smacked it around, and it's hard, so I cannot smooth it. Great, let me cure that. Well, let's see what we've done here. It's on there. Sure wished I'd remembered to do it the right way, because now it's all down the side of my finger. And I gotta clean this up around the edges. You could also do this filing with a drill, and it would probably be easier. But I didn't bring mine in here because I didn't plan on having to do all this. Okay, well, that is progress. Of course, now we have to see if we can't smooth the end of that off. Nope, still too long. I don't typically file up and down like that, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And because it's so soft and flexible, I'm afraid going sideways is gonna break it a little bit. And it might be kind of crooked. I can't be sure. But it's still too long. Like, why is that still happening? Okay. Well, as you may be able to tell, the camera died again. This took so long, and there was so much talking that the camera just couldn't make it. So I went ahead and put on these remaining nails. This whole area is dusty. I got cleaning up to do, but we're gonna top coat them in, and we're gonna use the good top coat for this. While I'm doing this though, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. So this gel is so thick, it doesn't run. So I don't know if it's really good to use like you would a traditional hard gel, because you couldn't just put it on there and help it run down the nail, because that's not going to happen. It just isn't doing it. It would probably make a great rhinestone glue, but not the ones that are colored. So I don't know. Maybe the lazy girl method would be the best way to use them, perhaps. Or if you were significantly better at dual forms, or if your nails were shaped right for dual forms to be functional, because dual forms aren't exactly made for C-curves. So they're a bit resistant to conforming. However, I do really like the top coat and the base coat that came in this kit. I don't know if it's necessarily beginner friendly, You could say that it might be because it doesn't run, so you have a little bit more time to work with it, but also you're gonna have to smooth it with a file because you're not gonna get it smooth by self-leveling. It's just not gonna happen. I had to file all of these to make them smooth, and they're still relatively thin, so that's nice, and they have a little bit of structural integrity, but I wouldn't say they're rock hard. I think they would need to be thicker to be so, but I was not able to get them thicker working with it like this. I would have to have built on top and made that quite thick, but like with the curve, that would have started to get a little bit ridiculous. I'm gonna cure these before we do the thumb. So anyway, if you do want to get this kit though, I mean, I'll have it linked below. If you've used this kit, let me know how you fared. And if you have any tips on how I could have better used it, let me know in the comments as well. Definitely do hit the like button if you liked this video, or if you just appreciate my struggle and the attempt that I made. Definitely do make sure that you're subscribed so you're not missing any of my videos, and make sure you're following my socials because sometimes I post things over there that I don't post over here. Let me know what you think of these. I think they're cute. Overall, I like it. I like that they're clear. I like the duochrome effect. I think they're cool. I think they could have been a lot cooler if I had been more equipped to execute. Let's put some Saviland cuticle oil on. This one is lavender. I really like the way it smells, but I feel like my fingers have had it today, and I like to use this stuff generously, so if you don't, that's fine, but I am gonna make my hand look so oily. I don't think it's gonna be necessary to get photos because it's not like we've done any extravagant decorations, and you can see what we've got going here. Really, the whole point was to test out that kit, and we did. Boy, did we. But that's it, really. Thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.